Now, the breakdown of water infrastructure continued to affect thousands of South Africans. AfriForum has now approached the High Court in Bloemfontein regarding water shortages in 3 municipalities there. To tell us which municipalities are affected and what they are asking for, we're joined by AfriForum's Head of Local Government Affairs, Morne Mostert. Thank you very much, sir, for your time here on NewsLink. First of all, tell me a bit more about these municipalities, which municipalities they are and how long have they had to stay without water?
Okay, so AfriForum has branches right across South Africa, and we've started to see that the Machabeng, the Nala and Makwasi Hills local municipalities, which 2 are from Free State and 1 is from the Northwest Province, started to have water problems. Then we started to investigate the matter, and still further that Eskom Power Utility wrote a letter to the Sedibeng Water Board, who is responsible for the Bloemfontein water plant. And they sent them a letter to say they are going to disconnect service due to non-payment. And further within our investigation, we saw that striking workers at the plant reportedly turned off some of the dams due to a wage dispute with the water board. So it left AfriForum and its branches no other remedies but to approach the High Court in Bloemfontein to ensure not only that the power wouldn't be cut off to the specific water plant, but furthermore to ensure that Sedibeng Water Council must do everything in their power to ensure the water flows to these 3 municipalities, as it's not only their duty, but it's also a constitutional right that they need to ensure for the communities on ground level.
So they've been without water from the 19th of October, is that correct, or has it been longer?
It had been longer than the 19th of October, but as with any legal proceeding, we got this court order, but we need to ensure that it is being enforced at the moment. So we have seen that certain of the towns have returned to some state of stable water. It's not continuous, but there's still most of the towns are left without water. And it's in some sense due to the striking workers. We have ensured that the electricity to most of the pumps and the water treatment works has been returned, but the striking workers at certain stages, especially with certain reservoirs, are not ensuring the flow of water. And that's why we took this matter to court, and we also took the matter to court for different state functions or different state organs must ensure the realization of this water right. So it's not only Sedibeng, it is primarily their responsibility, but the cooperative governance and the Department of Water Sanitation has a critical role to play to ensure that these different state organs functions correctly and actually be able to deliver these services to the communities on ground level. And that's why we are still monitoring the situation. But you are correct to say that at least before the 19th, there are some of the communities that are struggling and still sitting without water.
So obviously this is an urgent matter because water is really a very basic need. So have you filed papers in court? When are you expected to be heard in court? And has the government or Eskom responded to your application?
Yes, so the matter was dealt with on Friday, that we had urgent papers in court. The matter with Eskom was dealt separately as the power was restored to all the water treatment works that was part of our urgent court application. And then the second one was to ensure that Sedibeng Water Board does everything in their power, even using other state organs like cooperative governance and the water and sanitation departments to ensure that they realize these rights. So the matter has already been dealt with. We are currently in the situation with our branches that we literally go and look to all of the different municipalities and the different reasons for why water is not flowing. So we're still using our branch structures, and we are currently compiling a report to basically say what has been done since Friday to ensure that the water are being delivered, and why is it not being delivered to these 3 municipalities. So we are still ongoing, and we are looking at what the current situation is, and then we will discuss it with our legal teams, and then we will decide if it needs further intervention through the courts to ensure this the running water.